OriginClear is transforming the water industry with revolutionary water treatment technology and innovative financing. And with me is Executive Vice President Kim Berenger to explain the company. And recently, the water industry achieved a status of unicorn. There have been some companies in this industry who have been unicorns, which is a private company worth $1 billion. So tell me about that, and what does that mean for the whole industry?
Hi, Jane. Thanks for having me back.
Great to have you.
Hello. Yeah, it's very validating. I've only been screaming about this for 5 years. Welcome to the party. Where you been? In actuality, that unicorn was created through private venture capital. So the difference is, I think the street's waking up to the fact that this is a massive underserved business, and it's nothing more enduring. The technology can change day to day, but water is enduring. It will, it's not going to go out of style, I suspect, anytime soon. It was incubated by venture capital. There was no individual investor access. So if you and I said, look, I love this idea, I want to be involved, we're boxed out. OriginClear, what we're doing is the exact opposite. We recognize that in a $1 trillion space, you're probably going to have more than one unicorn. This is a unicorn creating space. We want to develop the next one, hopefully, but focus exclusively on individual investors to provide kind of what I would call mainstream investors or accredited investors with the same access to the same opportunity and structured in a way that creates generational wealth.
Yeah. Now, and I did read that the world's first trillionaire will be from the water industry. So how will that happen? Is there a way that OriginClear can benefit from that?
Yes and yes. So again, I think every time I've spoken to you, I keep mentioning it's $1 trillion opportunity, and people are like, yeah, it's water. But really, I think the way to phrase this is this. Yes, it's been $1 trillion opportunity all along, and I believe that the quote came from Forbes Council. So you have to ask yourself, okay, a trillionaire can be created. That's going to be an early player, for sure. I don't think you can be a late-stage investor in something and create $1 trillion of wealth. But let's focus on the fact that it now is quoted by Forbes Council as it's going to have the ability to create $1 trillion plus of wealth. Now, that's either going to be one individual, but what's the real benefit to that? What we believe is, by focusing on the individual investor, we believe that there's a lot more impact and a lot more benefit of having $1 trillion wealth creation opportunity, and maybe decentralized water, decentralize the opportunity, create maybe 1 million millionaires. We think that's a lot more impactful.
Yeah.
By doing what we do, by dropping these in like the Denison, Texas location, we can create a decentralized private water infrastructure system faster than they can even put up the building. You're going to see thousands of manufacturers come back from China, land in the United States, and by doing this, we can help facilitate an American manufacturing renaissance. And that's really exciting, because not only because of the capital it creates, the jobs it creates, and of course the wealth.
Yeah.
And to be the focal point of that, or to help facilitate that, is really an exciting prospect.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting, because these companies need water, and they may have to wait for years for some municipality to install a...
Think about it, right? Think about it. So we're going to build a manufacturing plant as soon as they build 100 miles of pipe.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, right? We could literally build them as fast as the building, which I think is super exciting.
Okay, so last question, Ken, just about your customers and what is it you have so far. How have they been, they've been happy with the service? What kind of experience have they had?
I'm so glad you mentioned that. Okay, when a 30-year veteran engineer says, holy cow, guys, you've blown me away. You just handed me the easy button.
Honestly, I was amazed. I was really looking for the easy button so that we can focus on doing what we do best.
You get that guy on recording saying, can you say that again, please? So we've got a number of installations. North Texas, in my own area in Moscow, PA, they're putting in systems that are just changing the way people can develop property, both for the industrial and residential. Now, this is still an industrial-focused application, but I believe it'll kind of expand out into the residential home development market. When people have gotten used to having a certain way of operating, and they think that's their only option, and you get the brilliance of a Dan Early coming along with a decentralized system saying, here you go, you're in business. And when they're impressed with that, you know you've gotten kind of the right, you've captured the right tone.
Okay, thank you so much, Ken.
Thank you.
Yep.